All right, we are going to be going over. Whoa, look at my butt. What? Oh, I didn't know it was this type of game. We're gonna be going over a silver Vladimir game here. If you guys like a free VOD review, remember just join my Discord. And every Saturday, it's going to be Friday night, Saturday morning, whenever I open up the channel, and then I'll be able to do the VODs Saturday night or Sunday morning. Or, well, Sunday, anytime in the Sunday. I just want to make sure that I get them done before the week. What I used to do was sprinkle them kind of around throughout the whole week, sometimes at the end of the week, sometimes at the beginning. But I want to give you guys like an actual time frame of when to expect your VOD if you were to expect one, so you're not like lost in the loop, okay? So the new time is going to be about Friday night, Saturday morning, whenever I open it up next week. This week, though, it's still going to be on Sunday. So I'm going to open the room up tonight or tomorrow. So if you guys would like a free VOD review, make sure you join my Discord. And if you guys would like a free coaching each month or each week, depending on how much you guys want it, make sure we hit 200 subscribers. And when we do, we'll be doing that. All right. So let's start this out. We're Vladimir into Silas. So with this in mind, we already know we're kind of weaker than Silas, right? Not even kind of, like straight weak compared to Silas. We're weaker into a lot of things. It does not mean that we can't really do anything. We just got to make sure that we're not going to get all in. If we get poked down by his Q, it's fine. But the main, I'm trying to like make it smaller. But the main thing we want to focus on is just not getting all in. That's pretty much it here. Even if you get tossed with Q because you have to, basically he's here and you have to take the Q to the face because he puts it here, well then you go there. That way you're not forced to get all in by him. So we're just going to start this here and let's just kind of see what we do. The first thing we want to focus on when we're talking about laning is 3 questions. So questions to ask. So question number 1, what does my champion want to do to win lane? When we're talking about this, we want to see what does Vladimir usually want to do? How does he play? Well, Vladimir really just wants to farm. That's pretty much how he works. He wants to just farm. If he could poke you and maybe all in you at 6, or maybe you get low enough before then, cool, but that's not really his main goal. He just kind of want to look to farm. Honestly, with that mindset, you'd want to just take teleport until you become really, really comfortable with Vladimir. You could take ignite, but I would recommend that you take teleport. It's just way more of a safety net, especially if the lane goes poor early. Now, the second thing is, what does the enemy champion want to do to win lane? With this in mind, you want to ask ourselves, what does Silas usually want to do? If anything, he just wants to all in you. He could scale too, don't get me wrong, but he wants to try to kill you. He wants to try to kill you or bully you out of lane. And honestly, being bullied out of lane isn't really one of Vladimir's weaknesses, so he's not going to get bullied out of lane. And the last one here is, how can I prevent the enemy champion from doing what they want to do while also doing what I want to do? So with this in mind, we want to ask ourselves, okay, how can I make this happen? You have 3 choices. Keep the lane in the middle, keep the lane perma pushed, or keep the lane near your tower. Which one is probably the best one for him not to be able to all in you? And hit you with that do 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 what do 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 do. I'm sorry, is that copyright? Anyway, we're going to say not this one. We perma push in, he just jumps on us. Right there, same exact situation. This is the best one. So we want to try to make the wave, pull back, and just freeze it here. Why? Because if he tries to all in you, he's under a tower. In which case you pull, and then he's just dead. So the best thing you want to do is keep it near your tower. Let's see if that's what we do. Remember, all you're trying to do is survive. You don't have to poke. You don't have to try to kill on, nothing like that. So just survive. That's it. He walks up. You can auto. Like if he gets a little too close, like maybe right there, you can auto it. But you don't want to go overextend for the auto. Like right now, if you can auto that. You have to be prepared. One thing to really like have you get those autos off or those Qs off. Pay attention to the HP of the minion. Really focus on which minion the laner will go for. That's the easiest way to like get your autos and get your Qs off. Because what happens is you'll walk up, and because he already hit it, he'll walk back and you don't get the auto. And then it just repeat, keep happening. This also helps preventing you from overextending. So you know he's going to get this one. You should be up a little bit more, ready to get that auto. And he just kind of gets it for free while kind of poking you. So that's just something to kind of get better at. That's not really something I care too much about right now, but it is something that's going to help you in the long run. As I said, we want the wave back here, so we want to try to just freeze it near our tower, because we don't win this. And in a situation, I'm gonna say that in Halora Elo, Vladimir tends to kind of get away with winning lane sometimes, just straight up fighting. But when you get to higher Elo, he's just gonna get smashed. So you want to be able to respect these laners and respect the fact that they can just all in you and just kill you. So you have to give them a lot more respect than what you're giving them when you're going in and walking in and like that trade that you just did. Okay, pull out free. Kind of like that. You see how you didn't really respect him and he almost killed you? That type of stuff. Gotta make sure you respect these players. Just back. It ain't worth overstaying for, because now you're going to be forced to do what? A, back and lose CS. B, stay in lane and die. So you have two options because you overstayed. Let's see what you do. Okay, we back and lose CS. I mean, it's better than dying, though. Luckily, though, Silas actually left lane instead of push the wave for some reason, so you didn't lose too much. It just kind of froze itself and slow pushed. But really, if you feel like, okay, I want to shove this wave and it's going to take too long, ask your jungler to help you. Just ping assist, 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 and they'll help you clear it more often than not, even in lower elos. So far, so good, though. Oh, bot lane's on a rampage. Let's go. Oh, I wanted to say, I chose this game because it was a loss, but our KDA was really good. So I want to know why. I guess it wasn't really good. You know, there were some flaws, but it was decent. So I want to know what happened and kind of like why we lost. And hopefully we can figure out some of these macro decisions mid to late game. Okay, that guy is fucking wild. Kind of the same thing, just, you gotta respect him. You don't respect him, he just gets free kills onto you. Respect the fact that he does a lot of damage. Respect the fact that he has a gap closer. Respect the fact that he has sustain in his W. And that would have been an easier gank if you would have had the wave here. He's more susceptible to ganks because you have him more close, you have him close to your tower. Closer to your tower. You have walked over that wall like 2 or 3 times now. Did we see that coming? I feel like we've seen that coming. We did see that coming. You might not have been paying attention. So that's just kind of lack of awareness. You could have dipped upwards, and he probably would have been able to save you. Oh, actually, it didn't even matter. You could have went up regardless. You were just trying to go into your tower. That's unlucky. So that was one of those. That was one of those panic moments. If you're gonna go for plays, kind of always have that back door. Always have that backup plan. As we know, we know they were on Dragon, especially because they killed it when you were mid-fight. So this means, okay, if they're going to be coming from anywhere, because Darius just killed Mordekaiser, they're going to be coming from bot. So I should be already walking up towards top. Honestly, I don't know why Silas was walking towards top. He should have been walking towards bottom, but hey, I don't speak for him. But yeah, you're going to already be walking towards top. That way you're not going to die. And you could just kind of get out for free. Have those backup plans, because not every play you go for or that your team goes for is actually going to work. I'm not saying your play didn't work. I'm just saying you could have got out alive if we already thought about it. Let's actually write that down. Always try to have a backup plan just in case things go bad. It is cold, man. I don't know why I thought I had to share that with you guys. He's still alive? Jesus. I was like, what in the world? Alright. So we're getting back into lane. Trying to make something. That Zac is kind of on point. I'm not even gonna lie. That guy knows what's up. That guy's pretty decent. Maybe he's like a plat smurf or something. He's pretty decent though. Okay. So as we see, this fight's kind of breaking out over here, right? You're not really needed. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. All right. So this is kind of the point of view that we see before the fight starts. I'll play it at normal time. So this is what we see in normal time. So you're walking over, doing your thing. I'm coming, guys. Don't worry. I'm on my way. As soon as you see that, this fight's over. You can go ahead and walk towards mid and get that CS and push the mid lane. Especially right now. You should be still looking to go walk towards that CS and push mid lane. Let's see if you even do anything. So I don't really do anything. It was just kind of a waste. Wait, were you beating me? Hold on. No way. Okay, you might have been like typing or something. Yeah, you could have pushed out mid or you could have went top. So this is just kind of something that every player needs to develop, except for support. I believe supports are probably always going to be there, but if your team doesn't need you, feel free to go do something else to progress. Oops, good game. So when the dragon's happening, let's say there's 2 on dragon and you're just coming up to assist, they don't need you. Go do something. Same thing with baron. If everybody's dead and there's the ADC on baron, jungle on baron, and like the top on baron or whatever, you're not needed. Go push a lane. This fight is already over before you got here. Go push a lane. Understanding stuff like that will allow you to have your level lead be immense, because you only need to be around fights or situations that happen if you need to be. If you don't need to be, there's no reason hovering around the situation. Okay, this is good. So we know the only thing that's going to happen right now is the Rift Herald, which means that we should probably push this out and start going towards top, because we can't help them because we don't have TP. I'd push out one more just to make sure that we got that vision. Cool. Okay, so there's 2 down here. We just call for the Rift. That's okay though, this works too. Oof. I'm lucky. And that's pretty much what happens in a solo queue style, which is why you want to try to go for those 100% plays. It's 100% more of a... It's 100%... I won't even say it's 100%. There's just a higher percentage chance that the play for that Rift Herald will work way better than whatever you just tried to do there. I don't really know the play, other than just to kill the person. But if we just pinged assistance here, kind of like Blitz did. If we just ping assistance here, and we started making our way up towards top, or we just started... splitting the top side, like side laning top, we would be able to play around this. You have to, especially as a mid laner, play around the objectives, because I guess that's a solo queue thing in general. You have to play around the objectives because your teammates may not know how. Your teammates might suck. Your teammates might be autofilled. You don't know. But if you're not even doing the right thing, then that's 4 other players that definitely aren't going to be doing the right thing. And you're just kind of throwing it up to the wind and just praying like, hey, I hope you 4 guys know what you're doing. When we could have easily just called for that Rift Herald, went up there and made the play happen. You're already strong, right? So you could easily make that 5v5 happen over there and just win the 5v5 outright and close this game out way faster. Instead, we go for a dive that doesn't really mean anything, and we just lose. We just die. Like, even if you got that, there's no tower to be gotten, because you guys would have just been trading like you just kind of did. Same exact kind of thing. Baron's up. When's Dragon coming up? So Dragon's up in 1 minute. So playing to this side is fine, right? Because it's already almost up in 1 minute. We just want to push out and just chill. I was like, what in the world? But I forgot you were in his ultimate. Wait, when you're in ultimate and spectate, I can't see? I don't think that's how that works. Yeah, because I could see them. Where did he come from? Like, why did he just randomly appear? Maybe he came out the wall? Yeah, you see, what the fuck is that? Oh, you know what? Maybe because it's fogged out when you're in there. Because nobody's here but you and you're in the thing. Okay, because I was going to say, that's wild. Okay, so we get that kill. We die, but at least we got the kill. When you're splitting, or when you're side laning, one thing you really need to focus on is side laning. Make sure you know you're only there for pressure. Push, walk back, play the map. So when you are side laning, you don't need to go up further. You don't need to really look for the kills or anything. You push and just walk back and just see where everybody is. You rinse and repeat that method, because when you do that method, you're not only stalling the game out to get to where you want to be because you're a Vladimir player, or you're also making it so that you're splitting them up. If you split them up, your team has a better chance for fighting because they're probably going to catch somebody out because your team is more coordinated, hopefully, than them trying to go get you. Once again, this is where you would back out. Because we don't really know where anybody is. I mean, I guess you could say they're on Baron. So I'll just say this is an example. This is where you would want to back out if you don't know where anybody is. I think I just fast forwarded so far I didn't see where they were, but let me see. So we knew they were going to Baron? No, Darius died. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we did know they were going to Baron. So just kind of see this as an example. You would push up right now and then you would back up. Going again, you'd push up and then back up. Just so you're not like overextended. So if we go back, if we were watching this, like let's say, where did this start? So let's kind of see right now, after this little failed attempt, we watch this play. We watch this play, we watch this play, we watch this play. There are no minions right now. So you don't have to be there. You can rotate mid and shove this out so that Mordekaiser would maybe look to go stop you. Or maybe they'll rotate and look to stop you. That way you're not basically funneling down here and looking for a 5v5 you really don't want to take. That's more of a big brain strat, so to speak, and more of a like a last resort strat where it's like, all right, I'm gonna have to try to distract you and pray that you guys rotate to me, because if you don't, well, we're just gonna have to have a 5v5 and it just may not be in our favor. Yeah, you see how they rotated there? If that'll show that just a little bit more, and then you just kind of walk back this way and then recall, at least they're not going to be able to have multiple ways to shove you guys in. Let's see what happens. Once again, you could be down bot instead of right here. But good pick anyway. And I'm not saying that play you just made was like wrong or bad. I'm just saying there was an opportunity to kind of collect some farms. That's all I'm saying. So regardless of what you just did, opportunities to collect farm is what you should be looking for. Don't go look for this fight. There's nothing up. Baron's coming up, but it's not up yet. We can just kind of chill out. This fight's over. Just back out. Oh, too late. This fight was like over when everybody like whiffed their things. As soon as everybody like missed everything, then you know, like, all right, let's try this again. Let's try this again, guys. He just used his E, so that got used up. right? He doesn't have his E. Senna just ulted. You just proto-belted and missed. I mean, you hit him, but you know what I mean. You missed. She threw our snare and missed. Like, this is over. Just, we have nothing for them right now. And we're just chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing. And then, of course, because you are the most fed player on your team, when you get ulted in, we just kind of auto-lose the fight at this point. So, honestly, you probably look to buy a sash and just say, fuck what you're about to build and buy a sash. A sash on an AP champion? Yes, a sash on an AP champion. Because we cannot, like, as soon as that mistake has happened, that's where you'd be like, okay, I need a sash. We can't have that same thing happen twice or we will lose the next time. Maybe not in this elo. Maybe we have a couple more chances. But in high elos, the next time you did that play and it went like that, the game would probably be over. So you have to really kind of think about that. Okay, if I get ulted, the team fight's over. So either we don't have team fights or I need to buy a sash. Whichever one you're opting to do. Because you're ulted again. And it's just kind of the same things happening again and again. You have to buy what you need. I don't care if it's a damn thorn. No, I'm kidding. Sometimes, okay. Sometimes you might need it. Sometimes you might need a Brambo's vest. I wouldn't complete the entire thorn mail until like late game. Because you could sell it back. But sometimes you do need that. So just remember, always build what you need. Not what you want. It's very important. Okay, just doing Vladimir things. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know how you lose if you got this late into the game. Did he steal that? Oh god, that's unluck. I mean, I didn't like decide the game or nothing. So you're level 18. We need to look for a fight anywhere and everywhere at this point. So you need to be flanking, coming from the side, coming from the back, whatever. But we cannot come from the front. We have no flat. Oh, we just got straight caught out here. Wow, but it doesn't even matter because we're Vladimir. Oh, but we... That sucks. You just kind of misplayed there. That's okay. I'm not going to talk about that. That just is unfortunate. Okay, so we're back out. Once again, we just kind of want to look for a fight anywhere and everywhere. We're super strong. Try to have Zach initiate first if you're going to go from the front. Otherwise, go from the back or from the side. This won't lead to anything. We get the kill here. There is no tower we can get. There is no dragon. There is no baron. Why are we fighting this? Other than to get kills. You're already fed. There's no reason. Ping your team back. Tell them what to do. Because if you don't, they're going to do stuff like this. And either you have two options. Let them die and then lose the game. Or try to help and potentially lose the game if you guys all die. So, I will say... micromanage your team more often. If you're going to go for the bad plays, oops, your team will definitely go for bad plays if you go for bad plays. So we lose inhib even though we kill Silas, and as I said, we don't really gain anything from that fight over there. We want to try to fight with the team. We can't 2v5. I know you're strong. I know you feel like, oh, I'm on top of the world, but that's not the case. No champ can truly 1v5. They need their team. Okay, we're all here. Perfect. We get picked again. Good hourglass. Wait. Oh, that fucking blows. He timed that shit like a god. I mean... it's unfortunate we died there, but we shouldn't have gotten picked. Wait, we see this guy. What was it? Okay. Well, that was just like misplay on your part then, I guess. Darius? What were you trying to do? You have your pool? Oh, you pulled once you got caught. You have your pull now. I'd be mashing that button. Did you have enough time to pull? No. Dude. Unlucky. Oh, that just cost the game. Yeah, that's super cost the game. Okay. So aside from that nonsense happening, the things that I think we need to work on here to improve our play is definitely analyze. We're kind of playing the lane to the point where it's like, oh, because they're in lower elo, you get away with it. But we're going to have to start playing our lanes with a purpose. We're going to have to start manipulating the wave with a purpose. We cannot just go in the lane and play willy-nilly. We need to think about that type of stuff. I feel like number 4 is very, very important as well. You got to make sure you're side laning a little bit more. You're okay at it, more or less. But at the same time, when you side lane, you're side laning to try to fight or try to get towers. You should be just side laning for pressure. You push, back up, see if you can rotate. No. Push, back up, see if you can rotate. No. And just keep doing that. Because you can get some really good flanks off of just doing that. Rinse and repeat. Especially because as Vladimir, you want to scale up anyway. So it's buying you time if they just keep walking back and doing nothing. So... And then the last one is just micromanage your team more often. You're going to have to know how to call for objectives. You're going to have to know how to ping your team back and things like that. You're just kind of too silent, so to speak. I mean, let me just see how many times you pinged this game. Well, not this game, but... Hello? Can I, like... Freaking... Okay. Why can't I... Okay, there it goes. Let's see how many times you pinged this game. Or not this game, I'm sorry, but it's just the beginning. So we got 1 assist, 1 on my way. 1 assist, 1 on my way. Oh, that's the same one. So you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pings in about 10 minutes. Now, personally, do you think that's acceptable? 10 pings in 10 minutes. And some of those pings were the same ping. So it wasn't 10 different instances. It was like 2 here, 2 there, 3 here, 3 there. You know, so... Yeah, it's not acceptable. You should be pinging a lot more, especially if you're looking to carry a game. You can't just let your team do whatever they want to do and then expect to win. Because you're not going to. And you can't do what your team wants to do and expect to win because you're not going to, right? If you're a silver player, you should be playing like a gold player. If you're a gold player, you should be playing like a platinum player. You can't be, let's say, a platinum player playing like a gold player expecting to climb back to platinum. That's not happening. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. I have to direct my team. I have to make sure that I grab this game by the horns and control how it goes. Otherwise, you're going to be in a really bad situation, as I said with this here, right? Where that fight was just not necessary. Sometimes when you push, you could be pinging your team back, telling them like, hey, I'm just trying to push and just get some pressure, pinging assistance on Barons, assistance on Dragons and stuff like that. On my way, I'm about to go fight. You know, let your team know as much information as possible so that nothing is, oh, they had to read your mind for them to react to. Let everything be known by your pings. Typing, that's a toss-up. If your team is not really like flaming or anything, you can type, but I just have my chat muted, or I have my chat disabled when I'm playing on all my accounts, no matter what role it is, because nobody, especially in lower elo, have anything of importance to say to me. So I just think like, hey, they're probably just gonna flame. And like even in high elo, like I still have that shit muted. Nobody has anything. If you have something important to say to me, then you ping it. Unless it's 40 to 45 minutes, then I'll disable or re-enable the chat so then I can say like a plan or something like that or see what's going on, and then I mute that right back. So I know that was pretty much a long-winded outro there, but I just want to make sure that we're kind of on the same page. So really just make sure that you're micromanaging your team more often and make sure that you're analyzing your lane and actually playing your lane with a purpose rather than just kind of playing the lane and hoping that they kind of run it down on you. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you guys like a free VOD review, they're going to be, as I said before, Friday night, Saturday morning, the channel will open and you can post your op.gg there. It will be open for 24 hours, so make sure you get that in. It will be open tonight, so by the time you hear this, if you watched it the same day, you should be able to submit your op.gg and you can have a chance to get a free VOD review. 200 subscribers means that we will have a free coaching every week or every month at least. So we'll see how we get with there too. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And thank you guys for approaching this like a coach.